Welcome back to the Football Terrace. Hit the like and the share buttons. A live Q&A for you tonight where you can join me, play against me as well, as we have a little tournament on GG Poker tonight as well. You saw the series that I did with the boys from Red Men, We Are Tottenham TV, Henry Wright and Hugh Wizzy. Of course, I won it. I absolutely smashed it. But if you fancy taking me on in a little game tonight, a little friendly tournament, feel free to join by scanning the QR code you can see down there in the bottom. There's a link pinned to our live comment section as well. The game, you need to sign up. You go into the tournaments and search for the 1000 UK daily giveaway, and you can come and play me. The game starts in about 8 minutes time. But if you just want to sit back and watch, feel free to. But we're here to answer your questions. Some people have sent some in already. Others you can comment whilst we are live, whether that be chats, super chats, member chats, whatever it may be. And we're just going to sit here and just have a little bit of a relaxed conversation. And when I say ask me anything you like, I'm talking football. You can ask me about myself, but I'm not going to get personal. So if you ask me about, oh, do you like this person? Do you hate that thing there? I'm not getting involved in any of that nonsense whatsoever. It's not what I'm here for. But good afternoon. Slingsky 1, Trump 0. I actually have no real idea what you're talking about, but I'll take a little look later. Hello to Rick Boa. Good evening to you. I hope that you're good. This is a really good first opening question, actually. Are you really a secret gooner? Of course, the answer is no to this question, but I've certainly defended Arsenal on a number of occasions over the course of the past couple of years. Why? Because sometimes I feel that the conversation surrounding Arsenal is duplicitous, or I feel there's an agenda behind somebody's approach as opposed to them giving fair and honest analysis. And I think there's a place and a time for banter. I think there's a moment for joking, and there's a time where, okay, well, that's great, you've bantered. What's the solution? And you'll hear the level of duplicity over the years I've heard has been crazy. And you're seeing it at the moment with the injuries. I think the injuries have played a part in why Arsenal haven't been able to have a strong second half of the season. And you hear that, yeah, but their points per game ratio before the injuries wasn't good. So therefore the injuries are irrelevant. And I feel that's duplicitous. I feel because we've all seen Arsenal in the last couple of years, the same as we've seen Liverpool do this. We've seen City do this, have maybe slower starts of the season and pick up in the second half of the campaign. So the idea that we're going to just throw that we're going to throw out that a top team in England, a title challenging team in England, didn't have, with a fully fit or near to fully fit squad, the capability of improving its points per game ratio in the second half of the season. The idea of that is personally crazy to me. To sort of discount it and act like that doesn't exist, I can't go along with it because it goes against what I believe. And half the time, ST, it's not about defending Arsenal directly. It's about defending what I believe when it comes to football. But of course, the default reaction from people is to say, you're just a secret Arsenal fan. It's not really an argument. It's it's an ad hominem attack to go for me rather than the point that I am making. David here says, great stuff as ever. Keep it up. Thank you very much indeed. Hello, Mama Flossie. Hope you're good. Jerome, evening to you as well. Mama Flossie saying evening to Kate. I can see Kate's here as well. Big up yourself, Kate. Hope that you're good. We've got a super chat here, very early doors. Says from Justin Johnson, says, Terry, can you give my kids, Kyle and Nathan, a birthday shout out and let them know that you are going... Let them know they are going to the Liverpool PSG game on March the 12th. Happy birthday, lads. Love mum and dad. Well, Justin, there you go. There's your shout out. If you're watching, Carl and Nathan, happy birthday to you. And that's it. It's just been revealed. That's one of the most amazing super chats we've ever had on the Football Terrace. You're going to Liverpool versus PSG. Strap yourselves in. It's going to be an amazing game. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be an epic, I think. PSG are improving. Liverpool have been the best team in the world so far this season. It's funny how I don't get called a secret Liverpool fan for saying they're the best team in the world this year. I've not paid Arsenal that level of compliment once in the last 2.5 years. But yes, big up to yourselves, Carl and Nathan, and a happy birthday to you. Big happy birthday to you. Look at this. Thank you very much to Sam Lowe. 8 months a member. That's amazing. Genuinely amazing. 8 months as a member is brilliant. Evening, Terry. Why do football pundits like? Do you mean why do football pundits lie? Sometimes people make mistakes, and I don't think they necessarily lie when it's live. So if it's a live show, you can think something and then say it, and then later realize, oh, I got confused. I've done it. Earlier on today, I said that Arsenal didn't buy too much in the summer of 2004. And then even while saying it, I was like, maybe it was 2002. So you say things sometimes whilst you're live. Where there is very little excuse is when you see a multi-million-pound company owned by billionaires with a mass team pre-record something and something stated by one of the pros on the show, and out of everyone that works on it. So let's say it's the overlap. I am going to guess here the overlap show will have a staff of anywhere between 10 to 30 people. The fact that lies that get pushed sometimes or mistruths get pushed out by the pros on there, and no one's, whether it's the script writers, whether it's the editors, whether it's the directors during the show, not jumping in and saying that's not quite right, actually, you might want to rethink that. As an example, it's crazy. I do find that to be crazy, personally. If I was recording a podcast and I said something that was inaccurate as a mistake, I'd expect the producer, the director, other panelists to say, no, that's not quite true. To one, either reshoot it if it's pre-recorded or to address the mistake. So I don't necessarily think it's lying all the time, but there's certainly times where they do push lies. Like this idea that Paul Scholes pushed out the other day that Arsenal Football Club celebrated the draw against Liverpool is wrong. One member of a panel on AFTV said, well done, Arsenal, and clapped. The others very likely clapped like this. That doesn't represent Arsenal, in my personal opinion. Who is your favorite female YouTuber? The moment, I'd say Yummy. Yummy's amazing. Yummy is hilarious. Absolutely brilliant. You're not too bad yourself, Kate, as well, to be fair. You know, you're up there. You're up there, you know. We all know you hate us, Terry. Well, of course I hate Liverpool as a Man United fan, but I'm still objective. I still speak the truth as I see it. Remember, if you guys want to play me right now, look at the live pin. You can download GG Poker. You can sign up now to an account and you can play me in the £1,000 daily giveaway. You can win yourself some money in there as well with the bounty chase. But that's if you knock me out. So I'm like a marked target. If you knock me out, doesn't matter if you win or lose, you're going to earn a little bit of cash as well. So the game is about to start now as well. Interestingly, I've got to change the screen that's shared, though, because I'm not sharing the right screen because I'm stupid, right? It's seating everybody now. Let me do this again. This is the one. Hopefully, you guys won't see my cards because they say this is in streamer mode. So that should go in. There we go. That's the table. Not particularly happy with it. Let me make it a little bit bigger so it fits more in that box. So that's making it smaller. It's not working. All right, we'll give it there. You guys going to see my cards? Yeah, you will see my cards. I've got to put a different box up. Okay, that's it. You won't see my cards. It's not a bad hand, you know. It's not a bad hand that we've got here. I'm going to call. I'm actually going to call on this hand. I can actually talk to you guys whilst playing the game as well now, which is really, really nice. Really, really nice indeed. Let's see what everybody else does in this. You use this on OBS. No, this is just StreamYard. I don't use OBS. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to use OBS. So I don't do it. What do I do here? I'm gonna call another 60. I'm gonna call and I'm gonna go. Oh, it's not bad, you know. That's not bad. But I'm gonna check. It's not a bad little flop, that. It's not a bad little flop. It's not a bad little flop. Oh, he's called. All right. Oh, I'm getting beeps. What am I going to do? I'm going to call it, mate. I'm going to call it and see. Oh, no. Check. I'm going to check. What's he going to do here? Oh, he's gone in. Do you know what? I'm going to call it. I'm getting in. Oh, no. It's not what I needed. I don't actually have anything. I'm going to tell you guys straight. I know some of you might be playing me, but I don't have anything. No, I'm going to have to fold now. I can't go in. I went for it there. I don't even know what this guy's got. I literally, I didn't have the right stuff. I didn't need to go there. I just thought I'll give it a go. Right, I'm going to fold this time. But yes, no, I don't use OBS. So some of the questions that were sent in earlier, first one, we kind of already touched on Arsenal. So the second one was, why are you backing Ruben Amorim? I'll tell you why I'm backing Ruben Amorim. Very, very simple, this one for me, because it's not about Amorim, the individual per se. I've just felt for a long, long time that Manchester United Football Club, we need to, how do I say this correctly? I've explained it before, but I want to make sure I'm explaining it in the right way to yourselves. We need to pick a style and a philosophy, build a squad completely for that, and then see where we are as a football club. As basic as that. We have had incomplete project after incomplete project after incomplete project for such a long time now. It's been ridiculous. And from my perspective and point of view, I just sort of feel, I'm checking on this hand as well, by the way. I just sort of feel as though the worst thing we could do from this particular point is sort of repeat the same mistakes that we've made under previous regimes. We've done that far too often. We've done it far too regularly. And it's a big, big concern from my perspective and point of view. So I'm just backing him for that reason. So it's not about Amorim and his system. I'm completely open-minded to the fact that, oh, I really should have stayed in that game. Oh no, I'd have literally had a straight. But I think someone else is going to have a straight with a much higher card than me. They might not show them, but yeah, I'm gutted I didn't stay in there. Gutted I didn't stay in. But yeah, so for me, it's about not repeating the mistakes of the past. I'm open-minded that somebody might think we should have gone for De Zerbi. Somebody might think we should have gone for a manager playing 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. I'm open to every single one of those suggestions. I'm not closed-minded to any of it. The problem I have with the conversations is I'm still asking for the same. Hang on a minute. That's crazy. Look at that. I would have had three of a kind. I would have had three jacks if I'd have continued playing. Oh, there we go. Did I just show that on screen? Why have I done that? Why have I just showed everybody on screen my cards? Why did I click that button? I've just shown everyone. That's ridiculous. I've just shown everybody. I'm just going to fold because I've shown everyone. So, yeah, there's no point playing. Thank you, Sam Lowe, for gifting everybody those 5 memberships. Sorry, my son came in and threw me then. But yeah, as I say, from my point of view, I just feel as though we're in a situation where whoever we went with, whatever the process, I wanted us to stick to it for a prolonged period of time and just do what we haven't done before. That for me, by the way, I'd have had two pair. I'd have had a pair of 6s and a pair of aces on this hand. 2 hands on the bounce. I messed up. Raging. But yeah, so that's my reason for backing him. It's not about him individually, if that makes sense. Terry, did you check what Bowley said? No, I didn't see what Bowley said. No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. I'm not going to clip open on this time because I'm not going to show you guys my cards. No, I didn't see what Todd Bowley has said. Remind me, please. Why did Amorim deserve the job? Again, I'm not going to answer that question because from my point of view and perspective, it's like, why is this letting me? I don't want to play. I don't know why it's making me show my cards. I don't want to show my cards. I don't know why it's doing this. See, now I've got to show my cards to be able to play. And I don't know why this has happened. I've got to show you, the audience, my cards. This is not how it was meant to be. Which means I don't know if I'm showing the rest of these players my cards either. Why is this happening? I need someone from GG to sort this out. I didn't do it for the first few hands. And now it is. Oh, that's why. I've worked it out now. I clicked on the wrong button. So why did he deserve the job? Because he's done very, very well at Sporting. And there's a lot of enthusiasm surrounding him, and a lot of people like the look of him as an example. So there's no reason that he didn't. There's not a point that he didn't deserve the job. For me, it's just that your question is just, again, if you don't rate him, just say it. If you do, you do. I think there's a very good coach in there. But Man United's problems in the past have not really been about having good or bad coaches. It's been about not finishing the build to build a squad for that manager's set style of football. That's the important bit. Do you give the men's national team a chance to get to the quarterfinals or semi-finals in the upcoming World Cup? Hello from Boston. Great content. Thank you, Sully Griffin. Of course, England have got a chance. I'm really intrigued to see what the new manager brings. I'm really intrigued to see how good or how bad we look under him. I'm excited about it. Thomas Tuchel is probably the most talented manager we've had since Fabio Capello. I just hope that he stays true to his principles. I think if he stays true, I think England have got every chance of doing well. I really, really do think we've got a great chance of doing well. As I say, if he sticks to his principles, if he plays a style of football that works for England, if he picks the right players, then yeah, I'm very much up for it. I'm very, very much up for it. I really, really am. So yeah, I don't see there's no reason why we won't. We've still got one of the best national squads in the country. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. Oh, you meant the US team. Okay. No. The US team, no, I don't think you have. I think you have very little chance whatsoever. I think you have a very little chance whatsoever of doing it, of getting there personally. Hi, Terry. The reason I asked about dating was because I'm graduating college in May and I want to go on a date before I get my diploma. Also, how's your diet and weight training going? Should train these children with injuries. Yeah, look, my diet's good. My diet's good. I'm well. I'm healthy. You know, I've still got to lose more weight, but I'm in a really good space. In terms of dating advice, look, man, just be yourself, be honest. You know, choose to do something nice, go somewhere nice. Yeah, just, you know, be you as well. And if somebody doesn't like you, look, I heard this saying before. I really like it. You can't be everybody's cup of tea, otherwise you're just a mug. So yeah, be yourself, my friend. You're a good guy, from what I know of you anyway. So just be yourself, and you'll find the right person for you by doing that. You really, really will. You really, really will. Another question I had earlier was, Terry, what do you make of all the attacks on Arteta and Arsenal? Look, I think some of the criticism of Arsenal has been absolutely correct. They failed in January to invest when they needed to. Arsenal were very poor at the beginning of this Premier League season. They didn't get into a good enough flow. The likes of Declan Rice and I think Odegaard, for instance, Martinelli have been nowhere near their standard. Some of that is on the players. Other elements of that are on the coaching and the management and the preparation for the season. It's gone wrong for Arsenal and it should be called out. At the same time, the injury situation that's gone on, I find very intriguing indeed. The fact that people are talking about it as if it's a minor, as though Arsenal wouldn't have improved without these injuries. I find that side of the conversation to be a little bit false and forced, if I'm being absolutely honest with you. I feel that certain people that don't like Arteta or don't like Arsenal, it's almost like open season, if that makes sense. It's just this kind of case of, now's my chance to go in, so I'm going to go in all over the place. I saw a Liverpool account get called out by a Crystal Palace fan, to be fair. And it was of the Arsenal fans doing the Haaland celebration in the stadium when they won 5-1. And they basically it got quote tweeted by a Liverpool fan saying, look at these pathetic gooners. They're basically a YouTube channel. They do everything for effect rather than support it. And, you know, they don't support their club properly. Everything's for effect. They celebrated like they won the league. And this Crystal Palace fan quote tweeted it saying they didn't celebrate like they won the league. They celebrated like they beat a rival, a team they've had needle with, and they had a bit of fun after a game. So I feel that some of the criticism of Arsenal, Arteta, the fans, in these poor run of games that kind of ended their title run, has been over the top. And when I mean over the top, I heard Jamie O'Hara today say they're the biggest disappointment of the season. Spurs have gone from like 5th to 12th, 13th. United have gone, I don't even know where we finished. I was like 7th or 8th, down to like 15th in the league, as an example. City have gone from being first in the league to between 4th and 5th, as an example. The collapse of Chelsea the second half of the season has been poor. I think it's over. People talk about take accountability. And I think the way everybody's going on at Arsenal enables fans of Man United, for instance, or Spurs or Chelsea to not hold their clubs accountable if you agree with it. I would say that Man United season and the mistakes we've made off field, I'd say Tottenham season and the mistakes they've made off field have been, it's been a far worse campaign for those two clubs and Chelsea than it's been for Arsenal. Now, that doesn't mean Arsenal shouldn't be criticised, but the idea it's the worst season, again, I just can't go along with that. And the reason I won't go along with it is let's fast forward 5 years. Let's imagine Man United are in their third title race on the bounce and we fall away early. I'll be annoyed. But if Arsenal go from finishing top 4 to finishing 7th to then drop into 15th in the league, as a United fan, I ain't going to accept we've had a worse season or we've been more disappointing than a team currently in 15th. We've spent £1 billion on a squad. Get out of here. So it's not, for me, it's not always about trying to win the fight in that moment. It's about hopefully creating a standard of analysing football that actually props up your team's successes both in the future and historically. And that's all it really is for me. So again, a lot of the criticism, or someone's already dropped out of this game, a lot of the criticism I find when it comes to Arsenal is justified and is warranted. Absolutely. I've heard an Arsenal fan today say, I've got no faith in our club to spend. We never spend money. In the exact same breath, my man's out here saying that we spent too much money on Arteta. So what? Hang on. Do your club not spend money, or do you do spend money? I find it all to be a little bit over the top sometimes, if I'm being honest with you. Terry thinking about new members on Straight Facts. I don't know what you mean by that, my bro. Oh, somebody's gone all in here. I want to go all in, but I can't. I can't do it. I bottled it. I folded. I bottled it. He's not going to show. This Gooner, this West Ham fan, is not going to show what he's got, I don't think. But he's really going all in. We are going to get to see now. Oh, wow. So, he's got 3 of a kind. He's got 3 jacks. I'm so glad I didn't go all in. I had a pair of 8s. I'd have been out. Wow. That was a massive win there for Butterfly Sammy. Huge win. Huge win. Really, really was. But yes, I don't know what you mean by this comment, my friend, and getting new members on Straight Facts. Sell both Haaland and Xerxes, buy a top striker and develop Cheeto. Do you know what's really interesting? I can't speak. Indiana here has been a massive advocate for many, many years about buying a top quality striker and having one. And it's very, very important to do that. I agree with you, mate. Terry, I know it was a while ago, but how comes you don't do Straight Facts with Henry anymore? Well, because Henry's on the Top 6 show. So Henry does a Top 6 show with us. We don't put him on the Straight Facts as well. He's covered a few shows, but that's the only reason, because he does those shows there. Terry, what's crazy is nowadays giving context is always called excuses. No one is saying it's acceptable. I'm just telling you why it may have happened. Banter culture has made some people into idiots. I don't just think it's banter culture, O'Malley. I think what it also is we live in this world where somebody applying context or somebody applying some rational reasoning to why something may have occurred, people view it as almost insulting. Like, no, you're insulting my opinion. That's not what I think, so I'm going to absolutely slam it and say you lack standards or call you names or attack you or lie. I mean, I've had it stopped now, but I had someone clipping me up the other day when I was asked whether I would sack Arteta. And I've said, yes, I would sack Arteta if I felt the replacement was a better manager. Yes, I would sack him, because I feel as though if you could get Simeone as a case in point, absolutely. I think Arsenal would go to another level. But somebody clipped that up, and I got all these things in my DMs and said that I was talking about Amorim. Now, doing that is I don't think it's a joke. not with the abuse I was getting off of it. I didn't, the people that were sending it to me were giving me dogs abuse. That didn't feel like a joke. That felt like somebody was trying to hurt me. But at the same time, you just got to learn to have thick skin, really. And I don't mind my football opinion ever being challenged, but I do get where you're coming from. I do think that there is a sort of a bit of a growing problem, really, that people don't want to have conversations. They don't want to have dialogue. They don't want to have, they don't want to be challenged on anything. They just want everything is very basic and polarized, and this is the only way that can fix things. And I just think that's the wrong way to approach the situation, really. I think it's the wrong way to approach it. Bro is getting fuzz advice on the football what other Huzz advice on the Football Terrace? Well, he asked for a bit of dating advice. Come on now. It's not that serious, but there we go. It's not that serious. Terry Tibbs here. I didn't skip it. I just missed it. I'll go back to it now. What am I going to do? Am I going to call? I'm not going to go. I can't go in that big. I've got to fold. Sorry. Yo, tell any guests you wish you wouldn't have had on. Any guests that I wish I hadn't have had on the terrace? No, because anything people have done afterwards, I can't tell their mind. We had that one. Do you remember that guy many years ago? He was an Australian guy that used to call in. I can't remember his name. He used to come on shows. He was always polite and respectful on here. But then he racially abused Latimer's Prime, the Chelsea fan. So yeah, I regretted ever platforming him. But at the same time, I didn't know what he was going to do. I didn't know what he was about to do. So it was one of those things for me where, there wasn't much that I could do about it, if I'm being absolutely honest. It was out of my control. But no, not really. I've loved most of the shows that we've done on the terrace. There's reasons that certain people don't come on my platform anymore. Reasons I'm not going to go into on air simply because they're not actually directly to do with me. So that, and whatnot, and it's somebody else's business. But I try to be as loyal as possible. So, there was a YouTuber that did something really nasty to another YouTuber that I get on with, and although it wasn't done to me, I just looked at it through the lens of, I just looked at it from the perspective of like, well, it's not a nice thing to do, so therefore I'm gonna step back a little bit. But by and large, no, there's no guest that I can think off the top of my head that I wouldn't have on again. It's all been fun and games, whether people called in or not. So yeah, nothing. Don't really feel like that personally. How do you deal with the existential dread and anxiety? Do you know what's really interesting? The only time I've ever had anxiety in my life was when I had the health anxiety. That was the one for me, because it was the fear of like dropping down dead of a heart attack I had. General life, I don't really suffer with like everyone has anxious moments. The other day, I put my dog back on the lead and the lead slipped. And he ran across the road. I had anxiety in that moment, but anxiety is good for you. I was teaching my daughter about this, that anxiety keeps you alive. If you don't feel anxious when you're learning to cross a road properly, that means you're not aware of the danger. If you're aware of the danger, you're probably going to learn to do it right. So you need to feel anxiety at times. Well, I think it's an important emotion to go through and learn to handle. But yeah, like again, I get, if I predict a football match or Man United are going to win and we lose, I don't feel anxious before I go live, because there's trolls, and trolls should never bother you at all. Everyone gets predictions wrong. So it is. If I think about all the top YouTubers I've ever worked with, Lee Gunnar, Rants, Neeks, Goldbridge, Robbie, everybody's got loads of predictions wrong. So this long into it, it would never bother me, and I'm using those individuals because they're good friends of mine or people that are massive and killing it in the space. And yeah, it is what it is, really. It is what it is. I haven't played enough hands. I've got so few chips compared to everybody else. I'm in a little bit of trouble here in this game. The other question that was sent in earlier is, Terry, what's happening with you in the United stand? Look, I didn't tell anybody about this because it was a private situation, but maybe in around the October, November of 2023, like Mark and I had DM'd each other a few times, and we started to sort of talk and have some conversations because, we essentially fell out a good while ago. And I'm sure there's clips going around still, or voice notes people have got. And me and Mark spoke about this of me calling him out or not being happy with him, because we had a falling out over some bits and pieces. But we kind of addressed what went wrong and sort of apologized from our own perspective and side of things, and just sort of patched things up really as adults. It was just two adults. We discussed things, spoke about what we're both doing on YouTube and stuff. And then over the course of the last maybe year or so, we just spoke more and more. And then he sort of said, look, you fancy coming on the United Stand again? Which, and I'm not going to say no. It's it's a huge platform, an amazing platform, a brilliant way to share my thoughts and feelings on Man United. Then he offered me a chance to host a few Thursday night shows. Again, I'm not going to turn down those types of opportunities to, one, speak to that community. Two, maybe it helps grow the Football Terrace, which of course I care about. It's my baby. I love it to pieces. And that's kind of it, really. I've rung a few other ideas past him, and we'll see what comes up in the future. So, there's an opportunity to do more work there. I will. And look, me and Mark didn't get on for a very long time. We now do get on, and I've done a little bit of work together, and that's it. There's no more to it than that, really. And I think it's one thing about myself over the past sort of when I did have the health scare, sort of back over 2022, in some of those really dark moments, you realize you've got to have fun. Can't hold on to petty grudges. It does nothing. Even if you're the person that feels like the victim, holding on to that is really damaging for you. So yeah, it was nice to just let go. And there's all sorts of people that have done me dirty in this industry, and there's people that probably think I've done the same to them. Sometimes you talk these things through and you realize, I didn't even think about it from that point of view and perspective. So yeah, it's just about not holding on to any anger or frustration or hatred. So yeah, aside from that, hopefully more happens in the future, because I would love to do more content there and grow, and never know, might be able to get Mark on the terrace one day as well. So we'll see what happens with it. But we've got some really exciting stuff coming up with the Football Terrace that's taken a long time to kind of get to, and fingers crossed over the course of the next few months we can start to bring some more of that to life, and eventually it will all make a little bit of sense as to why it's taken a while, but we're getting close to being where we want to be. So yeah, that's the kind of latest there. But let's see what happens with this hand here, because I'm gonna have to start playing in a minute, because I'm just going to eventually run out of chips. That's what's going to happen here. I'm going to run out of chips. It's my time to play, and I just haven't had, just not getting cards again, just nothing. I just hope nobody else puts any money in here, because I can't. I've got nothing. Oh, he has bet. Oh, look, there's no point even calling it, because I know the guy's going to have a 5. I'm folding. There's just no point. I didn't have anything, and I had low cards as well. I had really low cards. I only played because I was the big blind. Oh, I'm gonna call and go in here. I'm gonna have to. So yeah, that was the situation over there. Terry, is it important to you to be liked? No, not as a blanket rule. It isn't. No. So what if people don't like who I am on and I mean this on a personal level? So if you don't think you like me based on a football opinion I've got, I'm really not interested. But people that have known me and socialized with me in person that I like and who I get on with, if they have a problem with something I've done, I want to hear about it, and I care because I care about them. Of course, I care about the feedback of my subscribers and people that watch the Football Terrace, and because you're my viewers, and I care about that. But there isn't a sort of proclivity within me to I need to be liked. It is what it is, which is why it's always interesting, because when I give football opinions, when I first started the Football Terrace, I was told United fans will hate it because you're suddenly talking about other teams' clubs. Didn't care. When I've defended Arsenal recently and I felt they deserved it, been called out, I don't care. When I was calling Liverpool a few years ago the best team in the world, players are now on a break. Okay, we're on a break right now. I'm in 117th position. I'm doing so badly at the moment. I really haven't played well at all. I probably should have been a little bit more aggressive, if I'm being honest. And I'm now in a bit of trouble. We're in a little break now. But yeah, look, there's no sort of propensity for me to want to be liked. Of course, I want people to like my content. Of course, I want people to not agree with my opinions, but I would like people to understand my logic and see where I'm coming from. That's something I'm passionate about. If I wasn't passionate about that, I wouldn't be giving my opinions publicly in this way. So I think anyone who makes content that says, I don't care about what people think of my opinions in any capacity, I think that's nonsense. Otherwise, you wouldn't be giving opinions publicly. Of course, you care to share them. And of course, you care what people think. Because typically you wouldn't give opinions on any subject matter publicly unless you cared about that subject. Therefore, you care about the opinions on that subject. So yeah, but in terms of people needing to like me, the only people I care that like me are my friends and my family that know me personally. If you think, Terry said that Arteta's a decent manager, therefore I don't like him as a person, that's more of a reflection on you than it is me personally. Terry, I really liked the take on the Liverpool hates. Such content is rare, especially coming from a United end. One more thing, would you be watching the parade? Now, I wouldn't be watching the parade, Red Indian. But look, I called out the nonsense about Liverpool this week because I feel that, again, saying that they're lucky is disrespectful. Of course, there is an element of luck that goes into football. But the reason I'm defending Liverpool on this is because you could start to use that logic. Well, Fergie and Man United were lucky in the early 90s because had Leeds and Everton and Liverpool had maintained their quality and not made mistakes in the transfer window, or they mistakenly hired the wrong manager, Fergie may not have won a league title. You can start, if you take that luck nonsense to its nth degree, you can start to undo a lot of titles. You can start to undo a lot of achievements your own club has got. I think what you can say, I think it's fair for an Arsenal fan to say, I feel like we're unlucky this year. I feel like we've just had a bit of a rub of the bad luck. However, Liverpool's form, the points they've accumulated, they'd be in a title race regardless. Yes, Arsenal may be a little bit closer to them. Yes, they could even be ahead of them if they would have performed better in the transfer window and not had the injuries. However, to try and diminish Liverpool's achievement based on luck, I think that if that became a set precedent, it would damage your own club at some point in the future. So again, yes, I'm defending Liverpool, but that's only because I feel like not defending Liverpool in that instance could damage my club and my club's legacy. So there is a little bit of a selfish element to it as well, but that's the same difference as when I've defended Arsenal. I just see more of that duplicity. I see more of that poor analysis. I see more of these weird standards being set in recent years against Arsenal than I've ever done before. I just don't remember seeing that too much before, but yeah, it's crazy. Whatever you do, don't slag off Ronaldo. Goldbridge loves him so much. I would never slag off Ronaldo though, really. Latimus Prime, big up Terry. How's the EAFC and Ultimate Team going? It's not going bad, you know. Do you know what I realized? I'm so old. Every time I played like friendlies online, I was getting battered by really good players. And then I started doing the championship thing. So what they put you in against people that have been playing it as long as you. And I'm doing all right. I think I've been promoted twice. I think I've played maybe like 20 games now. I think I've lost 5, drawn 2, and won the rest. The only thing I don't like, Latimus, is every time I'm playing well and winning by more than 2 goals, as soon as I score that third goal to go like 3 goals ahead, everybody's rage quit. And I do think that EA should put in something that either punishes rage quitters or rewards people that are getting battered that stay playing. There should be some kind of reward in that. Maybe there isn't. I don't know about it. But aside from that, it's been fun, mate. It's been fun. Terry, do you ever regret making your comment about not going to Old Trafford and watching games? Do you know what's really funny? I've been called out, Sam, by people for saying you've got to do more about getting the Glazers out. What have you done? What have you done? Listen, I've done more than most Man United fans from a personal sacrifice perspective. I don't regret saying that we shouldn't go to games and give money. What I would change if I could go back is I was probably a little harsh on people when in moments of anger, I kind of referred to people, you're the same as a Glazer. You are a Glazer. I shouldn't have done that. I should have just remained a little bit more respectful, but I let my anger come to the top. Right, here we go again, people. Here we go again. Oh, I've just had another bad hand. I've had another bad hand here, and I don't know what to do about it. What do I do with this bad hand? Because at some point soon, when do the blinds go up again? Okay, so I've got 4 minutes. I need a good hand. I need a bloody good hand. That's what I need. Terry, who have you met that you have worked with? Pretty much everyone in the UK now, I would say. Like people that I've worked with on a regular basis and stuff. So yeah, most people I've met now, I would say, at some point. People that I've worked with on a regular basis, I've met. I can't think of anyone who I haven't, but that's on top of my head. Hey, bro, have you ever lived outside the UK? Oh, I should have played this hand. Not for a prolonged period, but I spent a lot of time in Canada when I was younger because of my martial arts, as an example. I've lived outside of London in the southeast, but no, I've never lived abroad for a prolonged period of time. No, would be the answer to that particular question. Terry, do you reckon this era of Man United is similar to the 80s when they weren't good? Yeah, I think there's some validity to that. It's been really, really poor. I hope it turns around. I don't know if it will, but I hope it does. I really, really hope it does. Yes, I'm on PS5. That's what I use. I use a PS5 to play a bit of FIFA. You can find my username easy. It's literally TF Terrace, just TF Terrace, like my Twitter handle. Yeah, that's it. That's that one for me. All right. Well, I need a good hand here. Oh, it's still not very good. It's still not very good. Oh, I'm gonna fold. I'm just not getting a good hand here. I'm not getting a good hand at all. Get the PS5 Pro gameplay. See, I don't even know what that means. I wouldn't even know where to go for that. I wouldn't know where to go. Yeah, I'm up for having a go on pro clubs. I play. Do you know what? I play a lot on there now. I play a lot of Rush. I really like the Rush games. They're really quite cool. I've been doing like a lot of evolution, like picking a player card and evolving them. And I like playing the Rush games because they're quick, they're fun. Took me a while. I remember the first 5 or 6 I played. I was basically like spectator. But my best game this afternoon on it, actually. I had a couple of hours where I chilled and I played in it a little bit. And I played a game and I scored like 6 goals in one Rush game. I couldn't believe it. And by the way, I was Bruno Fernandes. I was the slowest player I'd ever been on there, and actually I managed to do all right. I actually managed to do okay. Right. Let's see what happens with this hand here. I had a little bit of an itch. Oh, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna go up? I might as well call it. Oh, for God's sake. Oh, come on. You know how we do. Oh, he's gone in. I'm just gonna go all in. I bet he's got a pair of one of them guys already. I'm running out of money anyway, so I might as well call it. What's he got? Oh, oh my God. What's the last card gonna be? Come on now, be a 3. Be a damn 3. Be a 3. Give us a 3. Oh no, what is it? Oh, there we go. There we go. I win. But yeah, that's cool. All right, there we go. Sweet. I won. I've got some coin. The game isn't over. There we go. I do love a little bit of poker. Nice friendly game. Cheap, cheerful, and easy to do. I'm gonna call this as well. I'm gonna be more aggressive now. Yeah, WhatsApp me. Terry, no, I don't play golf. It's a game do you know what it is? I do need something. I'm kind of doing it. I chose to buy a dog instead, partly. So I needed something that was outdoorsy and kind of quiet, although my dog can be noisy at times. And I was looking at either golf, fishing, or getting a dog that I could walk in the fields and forest around here and train. And I chose dog because I also wanted a dog that's I'm actually now going to fold. I'm not putting it. Oh, you moron. Oh, no. I bottled it, mate. I bottled it. I would have had do you know what I'd have had? I would have had a straight. I had a 10 and I had a king. I'd have had a straight. with starting at 10. Oh, I would have won. I would have won. He won with a 2 pair. He won with 2 pair. Oh, I should have gone. I should have gone. I really, really should have gone then. But yes, no. So I was looking at one of those things to do, and I chose a dog to train, and we go out for walks and everything else. But also, that was having the dog was probably a little bit more important because I wanted something at home when I wasn't here to protect my family and protect my children. And Rocky does a fantastic job at that. He's still only a little puppy, but he's still very, very good. He's very, very good indeed. So, yeah. Terry the bottler. Yeah, I bottled that hand. I didn't think it was good enough, and I should have gone. Terry, do you think Arteta somehow resembles a little bit of Roy Kent from Ted Lasso? Yeah, there is certainly a little bit there. There is definitely a little bit of him there. So yeah, I would agree with that take. That's a good one. I like that. There is definitely a little, yeah, not the aggression, but certainly the resemblance. Actually, very good breakdown. By the way, I'm only looking that way because that's where the screen is, where my cards are. Ooh, who's putting money in here? I am. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh, he had 2 aces. He had 2 aces. Who's going to win? I literally had nothing. I tried to make him bottle it, but he didn't. he had the balls. He had 2 aces though. It's just literally one. He had 2 pairs, so he had something. So I just thought maybe when the 5 went in, I thought I put a little bit in because maybe he thinks I've got a 5. He took a risk because I could have just won 5 and I've had a 3 of a kind. But I'm going to call this one as well. I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive here. I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive and see what comes out. Go on, don't go all in, hip hop. Hip hop, don't go. Oh, he has gone all in. Well, I'm folding because I didn't have anything, and I'm just literally. I thought a chance. Oh, they have gone all in. What they have? Oh, he got 2 sevens. He's got 2 threes. Look at this. Oh, look at that! 3 of a kind. 2 8s now. Go on. What if a 7 comes out now though? If this is a 7, it is massive. Oh, it was an ace. Look at that. I'm so glad I didn't go in. Oh, I'm so glad I didn't go in. See, that was when I didn't bottle it. That was about being smart, And that's the irony when you play a little bit of poker. Sometimes you pull out and the flop happens and you think, yes, that was smart from me. There's other times where you think, oh, why didn't I go for it? Why didn't I go for it? And that's I only play friendly poker as well. And that's what's great about GG Poker. And you can sign up now. You can just play very small competitions that don't cost a great deal of money. I don't like to, I big amounts of money, and I stay away from all of that. It's just a little bit of fun. Winning it isn't about the money either. It's just having a bit of a go, really, for me. So yeah, I enjoy it. Oh, you know how we do with a decent little flop or two. Yeah, pulling out and flopping. I remember the first time I found this channel, I left a comment and didn't know it was live. You spoke to me. I pooed myself a little bit. See, this is also hard here. There's a certain I'm gonna have to fold, even though I already went in, because I don't have anything. And I was hoping for a club to come out. But there we go. Oh, right. Who do you think are the Football Terrace? Who do you think are the Football Terrace on the Football Terrace panels of the best footballers? I think that KJ is very good. I've seen him play. Dre is one of our editors. He's not a panelist, but he's very good. Don is a good football player. Definitely a good football player, Don. Who else do I think can play a little bit? I think Mo. I think Judge Mo can play a bit of ball. I think Judge Mo can play football personally. I think there's a very good footballer. I think there's a good footballer in him. Oh. I'm going all in. I'm going all in, peeps. I'm going all in. So see what we got. 2 9s. Oh my god. No, he's done it. He's got it. Oh no. He's got a pair of 10s. Go on, imagine if it was a 9. Oh, I'm done, peeps. Oh, no. No, I am. I'm done. I'm done. I'm finished. I'm out. Shouldn't have done it. Ah, there we go. There we go. Where'd I finish? What position did I come in? Doesn't even tell me. It was that bad. Oh, hang on. I'm going to rebuy. So I rebuy and go back in. Did I click on the rebuy? I think I did. I didn't realize. Oh, I had a rebuy. I didn't know I had a rebuy. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I'm back again. I'm going aggressive this time. I'm playing aggressive. Terry, have you ever experienced over 150 miles an hour in a car? Yeah, I do think you can play football, Footy Judge Mo. I think you can. That was a compliment. I don't think I went that fast in a car. I don't think I've ever been that fast. I don't think so. I don't think so. I've been quick on. I went on like a red letter. These are these things called red letter days. And I had a red letter day where it was in like a racing car around the track. I don't think it was going 200 and over 150 miles an hour. Personally, I don't think it was. But I pulled out of this, and I probably shouldn't have done. I had a pair of 8s. What have these two got? Have I been smart or have I been silly? Oh, we're not going to see. Is anyone going to go all in? Is anyone? I want to see their cards. No, they're checking. They're checking here. Oh no, 2 kings. I'd have lost. There we go. I'm glad I didn't play. How far? I think it was like 120, 130 it was going. But the problem is, because of the race, there was so many bends and turns, they couldn't just go flat out. And I was young as well. I was only about 20 years old, maybe even 21. Yeah, it weren't that quick. It weren't that quick. The Judge Mo, yes, he is a legend. He is a legend, mate. You're spot on. He's a legend. Oh, God. Why did I play this hand? I might as well just check. I'm going to check again here. And then I'm going to check again. I guess he puts money in, then I'm going to fold. Might be listening to me, though. Oh, see, I'm not doing it. I'm pulling out. I had nothing. I had absolutely nothing. What's my Man United all-time 11? Schmeichel in goal. I'm going to go with who I watch play. So I'm going to leave out the era before I was born. So I'd go Schmeichel in goal, Gary Neville, Yap Stam, Rio Ferdinand, Dennis Irwin, even though I love Evra. And I'm going to play... Oh, it's hard to know what to play. I'm going to play 4-3-2-1. And then I'm going to put Scholes and Keane in the midfield. I'm going to put Rooney in the kind of... No, I'm not. I'm lying. On the left, I'm putting Ryan Giggs. On the right, I'm putting Cristiano Ronaldo. In the number 9, I'm putting Wayne Rooney. And then behind him, I'm putting Eric Cantona, is what I would do. Nobody from this era gets into that side. It's as simple as that. But yeah, that's what I would do. Roy Carrick's my bench. Michael Carrick's on the bench, no doubt. David De Gea's on the bench. Who else? Dwight York would be on my... No, not Dwight York. Teddy Sheringham would be on my bench probably, even though Solskjaer was a super sub. But yeah, it's hard, man. It makes me sad. Am I going to play here or not? No, I'm not. Went to Germany on the Autobahn and did 140. That was enough for me. I want to take my... I've got an M4. And I'd love to take my M4 to Germany. I drove to Germany in the summer for the Euros, but we were in like a big camper van. And when I was there, I was like, I've got an M4 competition. It's like 3 years old. It can shift. And I love to have taken that there where I could just legally hit it. That's the issue here in England. Like my car could do that speed, but it isn't legal. So it isn't even the fear of... I don't think... I'm not worried about crashing it. I'm more worried about breaking the law and getting caught, so you can't do it. But yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. But I wouldn't... Yeah, doing it on the track doesn't interest me. But yeah, I wouldn't mind like a long straight road where I can see how fast I could get. That'd be amazing. That'd be amazing to do. I agree. G80 M4... I don't know. It's just very nice. I don't know. I don't know if it's a G80. I don't even know where to check for that. It's very good, though. It's very good, my car. It's very good. It was my little treat to myself. It was. Oh, everyone's gone all in here. Oh, what have they got that I haven't then? I ain't playing. They've all gone big here. Oh, I was glad I didn't play. But the blinds are going to go up. Have they already gone up? No, soon. They're going to go up again soon. So we'll have to have a little go. 2-year-old is a G8 beast of a car. Yeah, something like that. I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't remember seeing the word G80. Oh, look at that. I'm so glad I didn't go in. He's got 3 of a kind queens. He's got 3 of a kind queens. Yeah, I only had a king. I had a king and a nothing. So yeah, I'm happy. Because he's gone now. The other guy, Lively, he's finished, I think. You might buy in again, though. We'll see. Can I dance? Not professionally, but can I hold my own? Yeah. Like, I suppose so. But if that's the right way of saying it, I'm not professional on that. But yeah. What belt did you have in karate, and did you have any interests in? I did Muay Thai for a long time. My son's probably taken all my belts out of here now. I had quite a lot of. I was a black belt 4th dan at Korean Tang Sudo. I did Muay Thai for maybe 6 or 7 years. I did kickboxing as well. So yeah, I was doing like 3 or 4 different martial arts almost simultaneously when I was younger. Which I enjoyed a lot. So, yeah. Oh, should I have played? They've got the same card, so look at that. Look at that. I wonder if somebody had a queen who folded and they've got a full house if they carried on playing. But yes. Did you rate Zlatan at Inter? I don't know because I don't remember. I just don't remember watching him that much at that point. Hang on, why am I sitting out? Why is it making me sit out? I hate when it does stuff like that. It's annoying. But yeah. Right, what are these other guys doing here? Muta on back. Yeah, great films. How did you deal with strikes in the head and brain damage? Look, I didn't make it as a professional fighter, so I didn't fight into my 30s like the pros do. But now that I'm older and I look back, I just think it's such a dangerous sport. Like, especially like our sparring sessions. Yes, people had pads on, but you were still getting kicked and punched in the head a lot. But at the time, I didn't really think about the danger or the concerns or the worries. But I didn't have enough full contact fights for me to be worried about that in any capacity at all. Really. Oh, 2 pairs. I've had 2 pair then, I've had to play, but I'd have lost still. But yes, so yeah, I wasn't that worried about it personally. FA Cup under-18s, United take the lead over United. Are they taking the lead? Have they? Okay. There we go. Just have a little look. Oh, what should I do? I'm going to call this time. I'm calling, baby. That is what I'm doing here. I'm going to give it a little call. I'm going to come to this question in a moment. Right now, we're playing poker. Do you know what I do miss? Those poker nights in with my friends. Oh. You have some great nights in with the boys. See, I'm folding now because I don't have anything. I don't have anything on the flop at all. Oh, he's got 9. Oh, wow. He's got all in. He's got all in. What's he got? Oh, wow. He's got 2 kings. Oh, he's got a pair of aces. Oh, it's done. It'd be done here unless a king comes out. Oh, he got the 5. It's done. He's not out, though, because he had loads of chips. But, wow. Look at that. Look at that. On a pair of aces. Imagine winning all that on a pair of aces. It's crazy. It's crazy. But what is the worst injury you had? So I've done both my knees on multiple occasions. I low kicked once and it got checked. And it got checked just above my knee. And my leg didn't break, but my knee hyperextended and everything. My knee was just ruined. Absolutely ruined. That's probably one of the worst I've had. I once bit a hole through my tongue when my mouth guard came out and I got kicked in the face. Damn, that would have hurt. I had a friend who got, I don't know why his gum shield was out and he got kicked and his teeth went through like his lip. They came out his lip. That was a mad injury. Plus, we used to do weapons in one of our places. Like we did like weapon manipulation, weapon cutters, and a friend that used to use these knives and to do like forms and cutters too. And he was practicing with them one day, and one just slipped out his hand. It went straight down, went right through his foot in training. The amount of blood that